Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
Well, today's video is going to be pretty interesting, to say the least, I guess. A lot of stuff to talk about. First of all, I'm sure a lot of you guys are checking the video out right now, watching this because of the title or the thumbnail, whichever the case is. But just to leave out any cliffhangers or whatnot, I ultimately did decide to kind of continue doing the channel, but I thought this would be kind of a really good opportunity to talk about some of the reasonings behind, why I was pretty much 99.9% out the door of, pretty much shutting down, not just, covering Dokkan content, but, the channel in itself. I mean, I was literally 99% there up until about a week ago, until, I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and I guess, segue into that. There are going to be some major changes coming to the channel. So, I mean, it's exciting stuff, and I'll talk about it in detail in the next video that comes out. But again, like, honestly, if it wasn't for that, I would have probably ultimately went with the decision to, not only stop covering Dokkan, but also just shutting down the YouTube channel entirely. But I kind of, like I said before, I really want to just kind of spend this opportunity to open up about my life, because I don't really tend to do so much. I'm a very reserved type of person in reality, so I don't really talk much about my private life, but I kind of have to, because of obviously talking about stopping doing YouTube or whatever. So here's the deal. For a good, 6 months to a year, my work life has progressively become busier and busier, to the point where, honestly, you guys have probably noticed this in the past month or whatever the case is, but being consistent with video uploads is actually becoming a very difficult task. And the reason behind that is simply just the tasks and responsibilities that come with my job is no longer making it sustainable. So that's pretty much why I was 99% out the door. I had to sit down and make a decision at the time, is to choose my career or keep doing YouTube. So for me, it's a no-brainer, obviously, because the source of income comes from my job, not necessarily YouTube. YouTube is more or less meant to be a hobby for me, and it's kind of a way to decompress and get rid of stress, really. So that's really ultimately where things are in terms of like my mental state. And again, that's really the reason why I decided to quit YouTube at the time. Obviously things are different now with the video topic and stuff that I'm addressing right now, but yeah, that's really it. But along with talking about that, I just wanted to talk about and reflect back on the past 4 years plus of doing YouTube. Like, before starting YouTube, I'll first of all tell you, I never had a Twitter account, and obviously for various reasons I kind of stepped away from it recently. But I was not, even from a gamer standpoint, I was not really into the whole online scene. Like, I was an offline player, basically just doing Tekken, Gran Turismo, Winning 11, or Pro Evolution Soccer, I guess you call it in the US. But really a lot of like single player offline games is really what I played and then spent most of my time on. So being part of this community, online community with Dokkan, and also a variety of topics on anime and whatever, I mean, it's been really different, and that's actually a good thing. It's kind of opened me up to new perspectives and the types of people that are out there. I never thought, even from a content creator standpoint, I would end up friends with people like Jin&Nolar, Toonami, Tiger, and various others. So yeah, it's kind of it's been kind of an experience, to say the least, and I'm grateful for the opportunity I've had for the past 4 years in terms of being a part of the community, so to speak. So it was a little bit unfortunate. I basically was trying to figure out how to communicate that out to people, and a couple of the guys that I mentioned, I've kind of reached out and had conversations about it over the course of the past couple months of why I was thinking about leaving YouTube, and I recently did that with Twitter or whatnot. But shout out to those guys for kind of giving me different advice and opinions, and at the end of the day, I'm still here, and we're still gonna go forward. Like I said, we're gonna change up the format and content type, and the changes that are coming. It's not an understatement in terms of it is a pretty big change, but it's for the better from what I can tell. So a lot of good things to come. But again, it's just I guess I also do need to say thanks to each and every one of you that's continued to join the journey in terms of subbing to the channel and continue to watch the content or whatnot. I've always been appreciative of that, because at the end of the day, I don't exist in terms of like YouTube without you guys. It's whatever interest you guys have is ultimately what I try to provide. It's a lot of it from the beginning was basically for my own entertainment and just posting what I wanted to post. But after a certain while, it did allow me to think about different content that would kind of be up to par in terms of what you guys would expect and enjoy. And a lot of the interactions I've had over the years with you guys has been very, very good. It's been a lot of fun. I again, because of the job conflicts now, I can't interact as much as I used to, but it's always a good thing. I enjoy talking to you guys and sharing ideas or content or whatever the case is. And that's one of the good things about doing YouTube is it's a good way to interact with various types of people around the world. So it's all been a new experience for me. Trust me, it's it's a hell of an experience, and it's been a good one for sure. So I'm kind of talking everything in hindsight, like I'm actually gonna go through quitting YouTube. But again, I do want to stress I am going to continue doing it now. In terms of like format and content, frequency of uploads and all that crap, I'm not going to get into details as to like what the changes are itself. We'll kind of save that for the next video coming up, and just kind of run through all the details and whatnot for it. But again, I really did want to spend this opportunity to just kind of explain to you how I was literally pretty much heart set on leaving YouTube, and along with that, basically just shutting off. Like, I mean, I'm kind of a knucklehead and stubborn in a way where I can't do things where things are balanced out. Basically, a balanced approach is hard for me. It's either go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those where I'm just very stubborn about it. So that's a problem I have. But I have to thank social ultimately for continue to give me good advice in terms of like trying to find balance in life. And it's not necessarily all about going 110% or you just go 0% and give up or whatever the case is. So life is all about compromises. I'm still getting a little bit accustomed to that, I guess, and trying to get used to it, I guess, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where things are. I mean, life has been extremely busy the past year. I'd say things really ramped up probably a year and a half ago. Things just, skyrocketed in terms of like what all I had to start doing with work. And, I can tell you right now, I'm easily pushing the minimum like 70 hours a week, if not 80, whatever. I mean, it's crazy. Like the other night, I literally slept for an hour, and outside of all those working hours or sleep, the hour of sleep, I was pretty much working. I mean, it's a crazy lifestyle to live. But I just like YouTube, I am very grateful for the continued opportunities I have, both in my career and YouTube, and ultimately I think I found a system that would work in terms of maintaining both to a healthy level, and that's really the important thing, right? I mean, like, to give you guys a little bit of an idea, and I don't go head on like I used to, and especially compared to the guys that are really good about keeping up with the content or whatever, but it's a lot of work. It literally is a lot of work. So I have a lot of respect for the other guys out in the community that are constantly on the grind. I mean, it's not easy. You guys see the end product of the video, but there's a lot of preparation, editing, research, whatever that goes into it. And I don't know, I guess to end things here, like go to a different content creator's video right after this, whoever your favorite is, really related to Dokkan. It doesn't even have to be Dokkan content, but go leave this video and go to whoever your favorite content creator is, and just thank them for providing the content that they provide. I mean, it'll not only make their day, but that's really where motivation lies, is being shown how people appreciate their efforts. So a lot of work goes behind it. So it makes a difference for them to hear that from you guys. So I will go ahead and leave things here. Again, I didn't want to necessarily give you guys like a heart attack or anything. I don't know, maybe some of the haters out there were initially rejoicing and whatever, but yeah, that's where things are, and there are some major changes coming up. So certainly stay tuned. My baseline is the next video will be that announcement video, so make sure you stay tuned. There are some big changes coming up. So again, thanks for watching. If you are watching till the very end, I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. All right, peace out.